welcome to the Coming Strength and Fitness podcast. Alrighty, guys, we're on an episode of the Coming Strength and Fitness podcast. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. We're just going to jump into this special episode because we have a special guest that we're going to talk about all things Coach Jen Cook. Jen's here. Before we go to Jen, we have Jill in the studio as well.
Hey, guys. My
co-pilot, my right-hand wing woman.
Your goose. I'm your goose.
That's right. Jill, what was the last thing you ate this morning?
Well, it was my breakfast.
Okay.
It's pretty consistent. It's an egg with some egg whites and some fruit and some chicken sausage. And I had toast today, too. I wanted the eggs on the toast.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm still hungry.
Jen is our most recent addition to the coaching staff. She's one of our nutrition coaches here. So we're going to talk all things Jen Cook. You are here, Jen. What did you have for breakfast today?
A protein shake.
Protein shake.
Boring.
Are you still hungry?
Yes.
Did you work out this morning or no?
Not yet.
Not yet. I bet you will later.
Yes.
Jen, how are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good, but nervous.
Right.
I was telling everybody that I don't like talking about myself, so this is
out of your comfort
Yes.
zone, and you're going to do just fine. This is just a conversation. But what we like to do is with all of our coaches is just highlight them for a couple minutes in a conversation just to let the members know you and us and all of our coaches a little bit better, because once you understand someone's story and their picture, you just gain greater understanding and context of who they are and all the good stuff. So we're just going to jump in, Jill. For the people, Jen
Jen with one N.
Yes.
I'm going to get tongue-tied. Jen, give us just a high-level overview of just like all things Jen right now as far as your season of life, who you are, what do you do, stuff like that.
So I am a wife and mother of 2 boys, middle school boys. Busy with carting them around, doing sports, and all things managing our household.
Yep.
And then I am also a running coach and an endurance nutrition coach with UESCA, and now a WAG certified nutrition coach with y'all. So
come on. So your wife, your husband, how long have you been married?
14 years.
14 years. Mm-hmm. You have 2 boys that are, you said, middle school age.
Yes.
The 6th and 8th grade, 7th
Yes.
and 8th, 6th and 8th.
Mm-hmm.
You are an endurance coach and a running coach, both fitness-wise and coach-wise. And then, obviously, you're now a CS&F nutrition coach, certified through the Working Against Gravity certification. Talk to us a little bit about how you got into the running space and that athletic background, kind of before all things CS&F. Tell us kind of about what you did athletic-wise, health and fitness-wise, before you kind of started here at CS&F.
For sure. I grew up playing soccer, so sports was always huge. I was not a runner growing up, but it was obviously part of my training, and it was something that we didn't like to do. You know, it was like punishment.
Right.
So it's kind of funny that I am where I am. About 2016, decided to get my personal training certificate.
Oh, cool.
Because I was a stay-at-home mom and I wanted some purpose to my life. I had been going to the gym and I fell in love with weight training. So I'm a certified personal trainer through ACE, and I took on clients personally with like weight loss and prescribing fitness routines. Yeah. And I liked it. And then COVID hit. And it kind of changed a lot of things. And I got into the running space.
Wait, what's COVID? What is it?
Right.
I'm just kidding. Yes, it changed everything for everyone.
Yeah.
But anyways.
So I got into the running world, and I loved it. We explored the trails a lot. I fell in love with trail running.
So this was during COVID.
Yeah.
So everything was isolated. You couldn't go anywhere. So you're like, okay, I'm just going to run. And you're like,
go in the woods.
I enjoy this.
Go in the woods. And
interesting.
I fell in love with that. And I decided to expand on my training license and get some, continuing ed through it. Yeah. So I added the running coach aspect to it. So now I am certified in 5K to ultra running. And ultra is where my love is.
It's special.
Yeah.
So for us non-runners, paint the picture a little bit clearer. When you say ultras.
Yeah.
For example, long distance running in across the world is 400 meters or maybe 800 meters. Talk to us about the whole world running and then ultras, marathons. What is the difference? Tell us more about that.
So the 5K is, 3.1 miles.
Okay.
And most people, they start out, couched to 5K.
Yep.
And maybe 10K,
Yep.
which would be double. And then we have the half marathoners, and then anything past the marathon, which is 26 miles, is an ultra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
it's
ultra
an
marathon.
It's an umbrella term for anything past that?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes.
I thought an ultra was a specific distance.
No. So
Interesting.
most of them are going to start at the 50K, which is about 31 miles.
Okay.
But anything after anything after the marathon distance is considered an ultra.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is the farthest you've ran?
50.
50K or 50 miles?
50 miles.
Alex, what's the farthest you've ran?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
The farthest I've ran is a half marathon
Yeah.
at 13. It was 13.1 miles.
I thought you were going to say at 13 years old, which was 5 years ago.
No, it wasn't. There's always got to be a joke
I
about
know.
the age.
I always have to joke with you.
No, this was probably 4 years ago, but the farthest I've ran was 13.1, and then I did 10 miles maybe 6 months ago. I have not touched probably
Why?
over 2 miles since. Why
Was
did
it-
I run 10 miles?
Yeah.
Because I just went to Big Peach Running Store. Shout out to them. If you need any running shoe needs, go there.
Yes.
I just bought my new Hokas, and I wanted to break them in, so I woke up at 5 a.m. on a Saturday, and I was like, I'm going to go run 10 miles in my
Alex,
new Hokas.
that's weird.
What?
Jen, I have a question for you. All right, number one, I'll answer my own question. I ran a marathon once. I checked that box and never again.
Why?
I just didn't like it that much.
Okay.
I loved the training. I loved the process of getting ready for it. I did have a stress fracture in my foot, so I walked up to the start line in a boot, took it off,
That's
ran it, and put the
terrible.
boot back on.
You shouldn't have done
But
that.
I didn't know much about like running on concrete. Like I trained on, I didn't know what I
Yeah.
was doing. But I have a question for you. What is it like to want to run?
Well, I think most people hate running because they aren't approaching it right.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think running is, I got to get out there, run, and this is uncomfortable. I'm out of breath. My body hurts, but I'm going to keep going. It's like almost like self-discipline
Right.
Or punishment?
or punishment. That's
Yeah.
what I was looking for. But honestly, that's the wrong way to approach it.
Yeah.
A lot of people need to be walk running, like doing intervals of that until they're able to run and not be out of breath. Like you should be able to talk and not hurt. So
Yeah.
that's the big difference. Like people are approaching it wrong and going way too fast or way too far too soon. So if we just need to slow down and dial it back. I feel like everybody's either like laying around doing nothing or they
They're
decide
running
to
ultras.
go run
Right.
and
Right.
kill themselves. There's
a medium.
they skip the beginning zones and just go
My favorite running distance is
first.
200 meters inside of a 15-minute AMRAP.
See, but like
Oh my gosh.
that has a purpose.
It does have a
Can't
purpose.
forget, I always say there's a gray zone that you kind of want to avoid. So the gray zone is like where you're miserable, but you're not going fast enough to make change.
Yeah.
Or you're not going long enough to build that.
That's me every time
Aerobic
I run.
base.
So I've got to figure this out.
Jill, you're in the gray zone.
I'm always there.
Yeah, get to the green zone.
Yeah.
You want to make your fast runs count, your speed runs count, and your long distance runs count.
Well, we're planning to go run the Rim to Rim at the Grand Canyon.
really?
Yep.
Who's we?
When?
My husband and I, we have to pick a date. I'm going to need
that's
your
a
help.
bucket list item.
Do you want to come?
Maybe.
Oh, let's take a big group. Hey, guys, everybody out there.
Yeah. Who
Anyone's
wants to
invited.
I've talked with a few friends that have done it before. They say it's amazing.
Yes.
But I'm going to need you to help me
Yes.
get prepared for that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! If we got a big group together and we
super
did
fun.
training,
Yeah.
that would be so fun.
Jill, you know there's no going back now.
well,
this
no,
is
You
just announced
public.
it to
I
the
know.
world.
Yes,
It's I'm
announcement.
planning to do it.
This is a PSA.
I'm doing it. And you guys know how much I love running. You can tell from the way I talk about
I'm
it.
You're
going to
200
teach you to
meters.
love it.
Oh, I can't wait. Maybe we should document this.
Yes.
Teach me to love to running.
Yes,
And then we
a
go to
little
the Rim to Rim.
docuseries.
Yeah.
Literally. We
And
might
then-
be onto something,
But
guys.
as long as I get to keep weightlifting while I'm learning to love running,
Yeah.
I'll be fine with it.
You got to keep that strength up.
Yeah.
I love that.
And let's be honest, for the recreational runner, a lot of the ultras or like this rim to rim, you're going to be doing a lot of speed hiking.
Yes, for
so
sure.
it's not like an ultra marathon unless you're an elite runner. Like you're not running the whole
My
thing.
husband kind of teeters on that, so he and I might actually not be together the whole time.
Definitely
he might
need
finish a
buddies.
few hours before.
Jill, really quick, give us the specifications of the rim to rim.
So it's a Grand Canyon run. It's a bucket list run, but it's all about the view, right? So you're going to start at one end of the Grand Canyon and you hike to the other end.
Okay.
Hike,
Do you know
jog.
the distance?
Oh, do you know? I'm going to
Google it right now.
You guys
Yeah.
keep talking and I'm going to Google it. Yeah.
So this is the last thing I want to hit about running. Then I want to transition
Yeah.
back to you, Jen, and then talk about nutrition and just coaching. Is one of the best, because I came from the background as far as like running is a punishment. Running is terrible. No one enjoys it. But the biggest kind of like shift for me was running is a skill. It isn't just anyone goes out there and they can just move their body quickly. Sure, you can get by doing that, but there is actually a technique and skill and like a fluidity to your body when it comes to efficiency, rather than like when you see someone running under fatigue, their arms are going left and right,
yeah.
they're just pounding their body down, and they're like, hey,
Not
when you
efficient.
actually, yeah, very inefficient. But when you learn the intricacies, running is a sport, and there's a lot of skill involved. And when you look at it that way, rather than, oh gosh, I got to go run 2 miles because I've been sitting all day, and look at it as like a thing punishing you rather than something you get to do and learn more about, it really changes your perspective on that. So I was like, that's actually really helpful, because I've been trying to become a student of running, because it's such a universal, fundamental thing that us humans were created to do.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's enough about running. But that is really cool piece of your story, Jen. So
24 miles.
24 total miles. And I bet there is a lot of elevation.
I think you start at elevation and then you go down into the valley.
Yeah.
And then you
Gotcha.
go back up.
That's cool.
Yep.
Nice break. The weather, though.
You got to pick the right
Yep.
month.
That's
I
good.
had a friend that just went in August, I think, and she said, don't do that. I mean, it is the desert.
No.
That's a good point.
Yeah. That would be terrible.
Yes.
So Jen,
Yeah.
you have your personal training background, and you were doing that pre-COVID. COVID obviously stopped a lot of stuff, so you got into running and really enjoyed that, pursued that, and then you somehow got intersected with CS&F. You were interested, came here, and then through a lot of conversations, became a CS&F nutrition coach. Before we hit the nutrition side, talk to us about what ultimately like piqued your interest about CS&F and why you eventually joined, and how your experience has been here just as a
Yeah.
gym side of things.
Yeah. So with the personal training, I was doing, your bodybuilding type of workouts.
Sure. Specific muscle groups, days,
Correct.
stuff like that. Which has a place, is great.
Oh, for sure. And I still do that when I'm not
Right.
doing a class here. But with my clients, we were working on nutrition as well. And, but for me personally, I got bored with doing that type of workout, and I needed a little something extra.
Sure.
So I
Sure.
came to CSF. I don't know if you remember our conversation. I'm like, I just need something to like ignite
Yeah.
the excitement again.
Yeah.
So that's how I ended up here. And I will say it is a stark difference from your Globo Gym experience. There's a lot of things that I have pushed myself to do here that I,
Give us an example.
like some of the classes, like just going hard and being like, all right, you are around a ton of people. You are not going to like take it easy and get your, I just felt I'm competitive. And
We
I'm
know.
an athlete.
Wait, what?
we knew that.
So I am not going to be, on the struggle bus.
Right.
We're
Don't want
gonna
to be
do
last.
it.
Don't want to look
Yes.
embarrassed. All
Yep.
that stuff.
We're going to do this, and we're going to do it well, and you can rest when you're done.
Right. But you're saying that it kind of humbled you because, like, oh my gosh, this
Oh
is
my
completely
gosh.
different.
Totally different.
I'm super.
Yes.
I'm super competitive. I want to be the best, but I'm not because I'm new and
Yes.
it's a different style of training. So it is a very humbling experience for a
Very.
lot of other athletes, because I've been doing
Humble
this for a long
pie.
time, and people come in thinking that like, oh yeah, I've been in CrossFit before, done something, and then they hop in, they're like, oh wow, like this is actually a lot different,
Yes.
and it is a little slice of
Yes.
humble pie. So member here ultimately led to coming and being a CS&F nutrition coach.
Yes.
So all of our nutrition coaches it's a WAG nutrition coach certification called Working Against Gravity that basically go through a whole curriculum certifying you to be a coach. And you also have another like endurance nutrition coach certification as well. Talk to us about really quickly that that I can't even talk right now, that certification process and what you learned and how thorough it was, and just kind of really high level details about that
Yeah.
WAG
Sure.
nutrition cert.
So prior to WAG, I'm certified with USCA Endurance Nutrition, so I bring that to my athletes. And with that, we learned a lot of the science stuff. So I knew a lot before I even considered coming to CSF and doing the nutrition side of it all. And then I got to talking with a few people here, and there was a need, and I decided to expand my horizons, and I checked out WAG. And basically that program, it takes you through all the science. It takes you through, working one-on-one with clients. It's a habits-based approach way of coaching.
Yeah.
And it was a big review for me in a lot of aspects, but when it came to habit change, working with weight loss clients, it was...
It's different than endurance coaching.
It's very different than endurance coaching.
Yes.
But also with, being a certified personal trainer, we went through some nutrition too. So it was great. It had a lot of focus on flexible eating. I don't like to call it dieting, but flexible eating and, working with the things that you love and making it work into your lifestyle. And so, I got certified in that.
Yeah.
In literally like 2.5 weeks.
Probably the quickest time frame I've ever seen.
It took me 3 months. How long did it take you?
You don't want to know.
More months.
It was 6+.
Yeah, I mean,
I went to slow track.
It's a lot.
It's
It
dense.
is a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. And then you go through like different examples of working with clients, and then you get feedback and all of these things. And when she was done, I was like, whoa. That is some sort of PR.
Yeah.
Well, Christy said that she was similar.
Yeah.
So just having that background, it really helped. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
I think what they're saying is they're just really smart.
Yeah.
It took us a lot longer.
Listen,
for us
I did a
unsmart
deep
people.
dive. I did a deep dive.
It just takes us a little bit longer to learn.
Yes.
It's okay.
That's okay. And we're okay. It's fine.
So Jen, you are a CS&F nutrition coach here. You're coaching a few athletes here. How has the experience been? What's some things you've learned? What's some things you've enjoyed? Talk to us really quickly. I know it's been a short stint so far, but just a high-level view of your nutrition experience so far here as a coach.
So far, I mean, you all have been very supportive and helpful. Working with the clients has been great. It's a lot like working with the clients that I have, personally, just like my relationship that I try to build with them. I love getting feedback and trying to help people and seeing them reach their goals. So it's just really rewarding. That's why I like coaching.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I answered your question.
No, you did. Okay. That was great. Jill, if someone is interested about CS&F nutrition because they heard Jen was on a podcast and is more just like a friend of Jen, and they're like, wait, I didn't even know this is what this is. Give us a quick snapshot of what CS&F nutrition is, like the vision, how we can help people reach their goals. Like, just tell us what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it goes side by side with the mission of Coming Strength and Fitness. We want to change lives through nutrition.
Yeah.
And we found the need for this many, many years ago. The fitness and your nutritional habits go hand in hand. You need both for body transformation.
What you do? I can't just do bicep curls and calf raises?
I mean, you can, but you might not get the body composition changes you want. So yes, they play together very well. And so we built the program around making it so simple and approachable for people that it's quote unquote easy to approach. It's a habit-based approach. We start with small, simple things that people can add to their lifestyle, not take away, so that they can build foundational habits to get to the point where we are really just thriving and have a momentum in terms of adding nutritious foods to the diet, getting more movement in throughout their day, focusing on their workouts in the gym. And it's a really overall kind of holistic approach to someone's nutrition, because we look at things like their sleep and their mood and their energy. Are you exercising? Are you getting steps outside of the gym? Are you eating enough fruits and vegetables? What does your protein intake look like? And all of these different factors that we take into account. So we're nutrition coaches, but there's a lifestyle slant to that as well, for sure. I mean, there's a huge mental component to nutrition as well that we work with people on too. So just to answer your question, we've built a very simple approach to a very confusing topic. And we love to deliver people programs that fit them and their lifestyle. It's not a cookie cutter approach. We're not going to say everybody needs to eliminate carbs. Actually, we say the opposite. What? You're not eating carbs? Let's start eating carbs.
Why aren't you?
Why aren't you? And then let's start to implement some really healthy carb sources. So it is all about figuring out what works for people and helping them build small habits over time to get the result that they want. That's it.
So what are the next steps? Someone was like, great, I would love to learn more.
Yeah, we'd love for them to love more. So you can reach out to us many different ways. We all have email addresses. There's Jen with one N at Coming Strength and Fitness. There's Jill with 2 L's at Coming Strength and Fitness. There's Chrissy at Coming Strength and Fitness. And
With 2
Kaylee,
S's.
2 S's. And Kaylee at Coming Strength and Fitness. And then you can also DM us. We are all on Instagram. We have the CS&F Nutrition Instagram and Facebook pages. So lots of different ways to get in touch with us. And let's just have a conversation. Like, we need to make sure that we're a good fit for you and that we're what you're looking for. We do not do fast weight loss programs. Could we? Of course. I can help you lose 30 pounds in 30 days if you want to. That's not our philosophy.
Yeah.
We believe in the long-term sustainable approach because we know you want to lose the 30 pounds, but you also want to keep it off.
Yeah.
So our approach is a long-term approach, habit building, and we'd love to talk to people about how we can help them.
The only thing I would add as we're kind of ending this conversation is the why, kind of what you started with, Jill, is the mission of CS&F Nutrition is to change lives through nutrition, because many people that are interested in some sort of lifestyle change are experiencing some sort of limitation, or they're stuck, or their way of life is just not what they want it to be. They've let their health go. They're overweight. They just have lots of what's what I'm looking for? Stress or lack of energy. They just don't feel good anymore. What we have found is working with our people is that both fitness and nutrition is a keystone habit to experience a way better lifestyle, that you can actually change your life physically, but also internally as well. There's a lot more self-confidence and energy and just kind of that kind of stuff that happens when you get your fitness and exercise and movement habits down, but also your nutrition habits down. Like you said, they go hand in hand. So we have seen a lot of positive life change through this program. So we're just thankful for Jen, your influence, Jill, your direction, just this whole philosophy and how we can actually change lives through nutrition. So that's the main reason why we do what we do. So if you're interested, we'd love to reach out. Jen, thank you. Any other last minute things you want to add or take away, shout outs to your husband or kids or all your sponsors, your 1,200 sponsors that you have?
Right. Sponsored by Peanut Butter and Coffee.
Yes. No, I'm good.
What's your favorite CrossFit workout?
One with running in it.
No.
I like a 5K.
No, it's really weird. Like, everybody's like, oh, you shut up to the running one. And I'm like, that's not why.
Right. Right.
But honestly, I love more of the weight, like the
because that's
resistance,
what you came here for.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I let my running be my running.
Yes.
I don't need to get it in here.
Okay. She likes the weights.
But I love lifting heavy.
Like, which is your favorite lift?
I like squats.
Yeah.
Squats.
Yeah.
Jill, what's your favorite lift?
A snatch. It's always
Is your favorite CrossFit workout still Amanda?
Yeah.
975 of muscle ups and squat snatches?
because it's fast, it's technical,
it's heavy.
it's heavy, it's high skill, it's all the things I love. I want it to be over in less than 10 minutes.
Is 95 pounds heavy, a heavy snatch for you, Jill? Or is that like a...
I wouldn't say it's heavy, but you do get fatigued with the number of reps you're doing. You get
Sure.
fatigued.
Sure.
Yeah, but heavy, I wouldn't say heavy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What's
Just-
your max
just
right
curious.
now?
Right now or
Right
all
now,
time favorite?
not all time. I know that you are.
Yeah, I think I did like 160 not too long ago, but
Okay.
my all-time best was 176, I think. Yeah.
Casual.
It was super casual. It didn't
And
even
this
look
is
like I
the
was trying,
snatch.
except
Like,
for my
I was
eyeballs
so
popped out.
bad.
That's incredible.
That one scares me.
There's,
You just have to remember it takes time.
Very, yes.
Remember, there are-
and confidence.
there
yeah.
are world records attached to those numbers. So
I
it's not just a
know.
casual, oh yeah, I did this in warm-up. So
I
it's
wish,
not
man.
apples to apples.
Yeah.
You cannot
No.
compare. But guys, thank you so much for this conversation. I'm excited for, in 2 weeks, we're going to be talking about coffee, which is going to be a good conversation. So
Can't wait.
Jill, Jen, we're going to see you on that episode. But
Yes.
until then, have a great week. And all you guys listening, Jill,
You're a legend.
see ya.